Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. It is February 2nd. Lisa, Lydia, Scott here. We're going to talk about why Scott wasn't in studio today, in case you missed it. And I'll talk, of course, about our Groundhog Day weather. But first, I want to remind you, we are live every weekday morning here on Facebook. You can watch it anytime throughout the day because it stays on your feed. We make it into a podcast when we're done, if that's how you'd like to listen. Just go to inform.com/podcast. Look for the Inform Minute, or you can find anywhere you find your podcasts. You can also check us out really on all of these social media platforms, including our Inform YouTube page. And of course, just easiest if you just wake up with First News. We're on from 5 to 7 every weekday morning.
Yeah.
Lots to talk about today. Do you want to talk about Monster Jam
Sure.
first?
Got to play in the dirt this morning.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was out at the Fargo Dome. Monster Jam is going to be there this weekend, specifically tomorrow on Saturday. There's going to be 2 shows, one at 1 o'clock, one at 7 o'clock. Go to either one. They're both going to be great, but a little expert secret. If you go to the later one, you're more likely to see them tear apart their trucks and go crazy.
I suppose that makes sense.
They don't have to keep them nice for the second show.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
hey, pro tip there.
I
I
guess.
love Monster Jam, so it was like kind of a treat for
Are
me.
you going?
No, I'll be out of town.
Oh, okay.
I went last year, though.
Yeah,
It was
I remember
awesome.
that,
So,
yeah.
A lot of fun. I got to talk to the driver of El Toro Loco and Megalodon this morning, so it's fun to kind of get up close and personal with the trucks, talk to the drivers, and Monster Jam's a lot of fun. So get your
was
tickets.
loud.
And, yeah,
It
they're
was
so
super loud.
A lot of people wear earplugs or earmuffs.
Yeah, you can buy the headphones when you go there too with the
Makes
kids
sense.
and
Definitely,
stuff
if
like
you're
that.
a kid, you should have
Yeah.
earplugs. But if you're an adult like me and you just want to go and lose your hearing, go for it. But yeah, a lot of fun. So that's going to be going on Saturday at the Fargo Dome. I had a lot of fun out there hanging out this morning.
Yeah, it was cool. And you were inside one of the trucks
Yeah,
too.
I got up in Megalodon. It's kind of hard to like get up in there.
That's
'cause
what I said. I was
Yeah.
like, that's not a very big window to
yeah, you
wiggle
kinda
your way
got-
through.
You gotta like grab the roll cage and like put your leg up, get up in there. So yeah, I did it. It was worth it for the shot.
Yeah, it
so.
was.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
really
a lot of
cool.
fun. So yeah, go if you have a chance. It'll be worth it.
All right, it is Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Phil did
Not.
not see his
shadow.
shadow.
Yep.
So
No
that-
shadow.
We're
Okay.
basing all of our future plans on the forecast from a rodent.
Rightfully
Yes.
so.
It's always correct. It's always right.
Yes.
Accurate all
Yeah.
the time.
So that means early spring, which you're probably like, yeah, have you been around lately?
It's already here.
Right, exactly. So it was mostly cloudy over in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania this morning, so there was no sunshine for Phil to see his shadow with, hence early spring is the determination from Punxsutawney Phil.
Woo!
Woo! I know, I was watching it live, and it's a party over there.
Yeah, they go crazy.
So many people. It's like 7:30 in the morning their time, 6:30 our time, and yeah, it looks like a good time. What is actually happening, the science behind that is not really with specifically the rodent, but the overall science behind why it has
What's up with that rodent?
I know. Why it's felt like spring is because we're in an El Nino weather pattern. So we've talked a lot about that on First News over the past several months. It's been a very mild and warm and dry start to winter, and that's likely to continue here for at least the next little bit. That's certainly been felt this week. In the past 6 days, we've set 3 new record highs. That's 50%
crazy.
of the days in the past 6 days.
Wow.
Today is a little bit more of a challenge. We're forecasting 44. Record high is 47. So it's possible, but it's a little bit more of a challenge just with a few more clouds today. Wind out of the southeast at 10 to 15. Mild into the weekend. We did add more peaks of sun for this weekend. Earlier this week, we were talking about a lot of gray sky. I still think you'll have mostly cloudy skies, so more gray compared to sun. But any little peak of blue sky will help to boost our temp. And so we did just that. We boosted our weekend temperatures. We'll go 44 tomorrow, 47 on Sunday. Mild, quiet. Some of this thicker cloud cover can come with a pocket of drizzle or a few sprinkles. So you might briefly need the windshield wipers in spots, but I wouldn't call it umbrella weather by any means. Yeah. Let's see. Early next week, we continue to have 40s to near 50, and then things start to change by about the middle to late parts of the week. Watching for maybe some rain on Wednesday, could switch over to a little snow as temperatures drop into the middle of February. And that's kind of typical of El Nino winters. By about mid-February, March, April, we return closer to average. Now, that's not to say it's suddenly going to become very cold and snowy. It's just that we go back closer to average for this time of year. Temps this week have been 15 to 20 degrees above average. So that probably going away, but we'll watch it. It's just all based off of pattern and what's happened in the past. So yeah, that's kind of what El Nino tends to do. Enjoy some sunshine and the mild temperatures while we have them. If you haven't taken down the Christmas lights yet, or
I still have wreaths out. When you
Yeah.
said it this morning, I was like, oh yeah, I might not do the lights, but
Do some
take
of
a
that.
few things.
yeah,
maybe come down.
Yeah,
while the weather's
even if
nice.
you just park in the driveway and like clean out the car,
Right.
it's not miserable to do so when it's 47 degrees outside,
True.
you know,
Yeah, exactly.
in early February. Yeah, I think that's all.
That's all? All right.
Yeah, we covered all the groundhog stuff, El Nino, why early spring, weekend forecast.
Fog.
Yeah. Oh yeah, fog. There's that little thing.
Because we don't really have it right now in Fargo.
Yeah, no, not in Fargo or Grand Forks, but you go out to the west, closer to 281, Highway 83. That's where you are finding some soup this morning. It's fairly stubborn too. Jamestown was really okay all of first news, and then all of a sudden they're down close to 0 for visibility. And then temperatures are sub-freezing, so watch out for a couple of slick spots. If you do drive through some of that fog, we could just have a little bit of that freezing fog. That advisory is in effect until noon, so it might be stubborn, might linger a couple of hours before it skedaddles on out. Then the afternoon does look dry. So,
Okey-dokey.
okay, that's all. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lydia.
Okay, well, we have an update to a story that we broke on First News for you this morning. A fire broke out at Berkseth Bros in North Fargo overnight. Berkseth is a wholesale beer distributor. Firefighters were called out around 2:30 this morning. No one was hurt, but this is the update. We've just learned that a delivery truck parked inside sustained heavy damage, and 2 vehicles parked next to that truck also sustained minor damage. We did know that it was some kind of delivery truck inside the warehouse garage that had started on fire. We're still working to learn a damage estimate. The fire is still under investigation.
All right, Moorhead Area Public Schools is looking at its next steps following a scary bus crash between 2 buses. A bus driver says they were distracted by student behavior on the bus and as a result rear-ended another school bus. The buses were taking home students from Horizon Middle School just after 4 o'clock. The superintendent says the first bus was in the passing lane and was slowing down for traffic when it was hit. About 100 students were on the 2 buses combined. Luckily, there were no serious injuries reported out of that.
Today, you can go red for a good cause. You may have noticed I'm wearing red. Lydia's wearing red. You probably just don't have a red polo
I don't
yet.
have a red polo for WDAY, but later today I'll wear my red.
Put red on. Okay, well, it's part of National Wear Red Day and the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement. Cardiovascular disease, of course, remains the #1 cause of death in the United States, and nearly 45% of women over the age of 20 are living with some form of cardiovascular disease. So they're just asking that you wear red to show your support, and also it kind of just reminds you to think about your heart health today as well.
Great cause. Tickets go on sale for Blake Shelton concert at the Red River Valley Fair this summer. The fair announced he'll hit the grand stage on July 12th. That's exciting. The country singer has been nominated 9 times for Grammys throughout his career and is a member of the Grand Ole Opry as well. Tickets to that concert go on sale this morning starting at 10 o'clock. To buy them, just head over to redrivervalleyfair.com.
Hot Mic with Don Mizzo coming up here 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and Inforum.com. The Bison and the Jacks played 2 thrilling games last night. We'll have a full breakdown of the split in Fargo and Brookings. Plus, it's been a week to remember for the Sundell family following their kids, one pursuing the NFL, the other a college hoops title. That and so much more, of course. Hot Mic with Don Mizzo coming up 9 to 11.
And don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you can get an all-access pass to Inforum.com. Just visit Inforum.com/subscribe to get that deal.
Our next newscast coming up here at 11 this morning. We hope you join us for that hour-long newscast, and we have you covered this afternoon, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Of course, we'll be back Monday, but of course, we have First News weekends that can keep you up to date on all of the news and weather headlines over the weekend as well. So have a great day, everyone.
Bye.